What it do, y'all? Welcome back. If you're new, if you don't know who I am, my name is HBK, and welcome to my channel. I know you guys probably haven't seen me for a good little minute. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been posting a lot. I've been posting a little bit of the reels. That's what's bringing in a lot of my subs. I also want to say thank you guys for 300 subs. You know, we're on the grind to get 1,000. You know, one milestone at a time. So from 300, we're gonna try to get to 400, and then we're gonna focus on getting to 1,000. If you're new to my channel, after every couple of videos, I like to give like a motivational speech. Not really like a speech, but you know, just talk to my subs and give you guys some inspiration. Before we even start, if you guys enjoy the content, make sure you leave a like. It's a huge help to push the video out so other people can see it. And make sure you sub to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Recently, I've been watching some podcasts, and I've been listening to some people speak. And God was just telling me something like, you know, remove some people in your life that have no purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like that everybody around you is just out to get you, but certain people don't have their best interest. Now, some people don't always try to use you for certain things, but by them being there, they serve no purpose to help you improve in your life or help you do better. So recently going on with me, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I can say that, you know, sometimes when I just sit back and observe and see who speaks to me first, or see who wants to communicate or help me improve, or just say something positive to me, or say anything to me, sometimes you look back and you notice like who's really down for you or who's really on your side. So sometimes just having people around you, it's not a good look. There's nothing wrong with having a big circle, or having a lot of people that support you or give you that confidence, but sometimes you just have to exclude certain people that don't help you. Another thing I heard recently was, even though you think that God doesn't see, or you think that God doesn't see that of your wrongdoings, He's still gonna hold you accountable for everything. Just because you think, oh, I think I got over, or God sees everything. Some people think that like manipulating people or using people for certain things, that's not going to come back and get you. Sometimes it may take a really long time for it to come around full circle, but it will eventually hit. And it's really not that difficult to be a genuine person or have genuine intentions. That's what's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people sometimes they're only looking at certain situations or getting new connections to try to take advantage of certain people. Now, I know in this world you have to look out for yourself and worry about yourself and do things to help yourself improve. But sometimes that doesn't always mean that you have to use someone else as a stepping stone or treat them like they're less of than you. Sometimes you're put in people's lives to help other people. When God sees that you're helping those other people, then He'll say, wow, He's spreading that love and that joy and that thoughtfulness into this person, so why wouldn't I do it back to him? Sometimes you have to stop looking at the small picture and think big. Sometimes it's bigger than you, it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to spread knowledge. You know, I like to post great content, but something in me is telling me that somebody's gonna look at this video and they're gonna need this type of positivity, or they're gonna need this type of word. And kind of like that kind of revolves around the reason why I haven't been posting lately. You know, sometimes social media is a lot for me. You know, maybe my soul isn't part of this generation, but I love social media to death, but I will never let it consume my mind and my thoughts. You know, I can take a week break off of social media or whatever, because I'm not where I want to be yet. And that's probably why you haven't reached where you thought you would be at so far. Let's say you do actually get to the milestone you want. Let's say you do actually hit that 1 million or 1,000 or 100,000 or whatever milestone you're looking for. Then you're sitting there looking at yourself like, wow, I really reached a milestone. And that's how people burn out after a while, because they work so hard to get to this one milestone, and I'm not thinking after the milestone, how can I keep going? How can I progress? How can I continue doing this? And that's the main important part. That's why when I start off, I'm taking things slow. I know that by me being consistent is going to get me to the places I want to be and get me the subscribers and the views that I really want, you know, the content I really want to put out. But I know mentally I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for the whole internet to know who I am. Or obviously people are going to say things about you, so that's not going to stop me from trying to meet my aspirations. But I don't know if I'm mentally ready. I don't know if I'm mentally ready or prepared for that. Basically, I'm a kind, genuine soul, so I like to keep my friends close and my circle decent size. And if you do know me, or if you do watch my channel, if you don't know me as a person, honestly, I'm pure genuine. You can ask anybody in this world. I never talk about people behind their backs. I never spread false information or negativity. And just because I don't do that doesn't make me look like a bad person to others. But if you get to know me as a person, I'm really a great person. And sometimes having that type of, how do you say it, like having that type of personality, it'll mess up your reputation. Because when you're a good person, 99% of the time, somebody's gonna find that 1% of the time where you're not doing the right thing, and then they're gonna try to make a blow up in your face. So that's just how the world is. The world is it's not an evil place, but the people in it make it a bad place, you know. But you know, like I was saying, this is why I'm here, to spread the positivity. Something I've recently heard someone say, and it really caught my attention, was there's always a goodbye before there's a hello. Now that kind of sounds crazy, like, you know, what does that mean? Sometimes you gotta say goodbye to certain people to bring in new people into your life, for you to see and meet other new connections. Now recently, I haven't really been cutting people off, but I've just been sitting back observing and see who's around me and what goes on. And a lot more people have entered my life, like brothers and family members that I really haven't spoken to in a long time. And I'm really enjoying my time with them and having a great time. And I'm so happy that that's happening for me. But sometimes you gotta sit back and just wait and be patient. Patience is really key. Sometimes we try to rush and be like, oh, I gotta get this money now, I gotta get this. Sometimes you gotta sit back and observe and see where you'll be at in the future sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we try to rush into things like, oh, this job is paying this good, or whatever, or I'm gonna get this type of money out of it, or this type of outcome out of it. But sometimes it's really just short term, and it's just a waste of time. Think about long term sometimes. Think about how it will benefit you in the long term, or how it will help others, or help somebody in your family, or anything like that. And then last thing I wanted to talk about was holding yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? The reason why you probably haven't found the man or the girl that you're looking for is because it's really you. God is saying to yourself, let's say if I send you the woman or the man of your life. Let's say if I send him to you and put them right in front of you. Would you be mentally prepared to take on that, not burden, but take on that task of giving yourself to them and sharing a relationship? A lot of us be like, yo, I can't wait till God send me a man, or if she send me a nice shorty, she got to be the whole thing, nice, everything, body, crazy. But let's say if he does send you that, and then they be like, oh, let me come to your house, or let me see what's going on with you. Then your whole situation's messed up. You know, you're not really working, or house situation, whatever. You're mentally not ready. You're not ready. I know I'm not ready. That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand that when it's time, it's going to be time. And sometimes you guys take a lot of stuff for granted too. Sometimes you think like, I got time, I'm only young, I could just run and rip. And but next thing you know it, you'll be 25. Next thing you know it, you'll be 30. You're just sitting like, wow, like after all this time wasted, who have I actually met to actually make an impact on my life and help me grow to be a man or be a woman? You know what I'm saying? To help you be better. So yeah, that's a big one that you guys gotta focus on. And sometimes don't be embarrassed to ask God for help or anybody for help. It's there for you. It's people, plenty of people around. Even if you don't have family, let's say if family's not there for you, I know there's one person there that you could say, oh, I need help with this. Help me become something, or help me record this, or help me figure this out, or let's work together to build something. Sometimes, like, Your story isn't always going to be like everybody else's story. Like, oh, I came up from the grind by myself. I did it all by myself. Nobody helped me. It's not always like that. Some of the biggest influencers, some of the biggest actors, some of the biggest singers, they needed help. They needed help. Not They obviously were the star and the center of the whole thing, but it's a lot of people that comes into being something, you know? It's a lot of people that comes in to help, and everybody plays a certain part to make that person great. So you're saying to yourself, oh, like, man, I'm gonna do this by myself. Like, nobody trying to help me. I'm gonna just grind by myself. And you're seeing slow progress, but the progress could be so much better. It could be 10 times better if you just ask one person for help, or you say, God, help me figure out who is genuinely here to help me, or who send somebody that's gonna help me down my path. Everything isn't always about like, oh, send me a girlfriend or a nice chick or a nice dude. Sometimes that opposite gender could be there to help you. Oh, like, I like this person, but they're here to help me. And sometimes you'll mess it up because you're like, oh, I want to start a relationship. Let me just rush into this. Sometimes you just gotta slow down and just listen. Just listen. Listen to what God is showing you and where He's putting you. Listen to the situation. Look at the whole picture. Sometimes you gotta sit back and ask God. Remember, always have a purpose. Always keep your mind running. Always have new thoughts. Use your imagination, and things will turn up. So I'm gonna end the video off here. I didn't want to keep you guys for too long. I just want to come here and chop it up with you guys. Like I said, if you guys enjoyed the video, just hit the thumbs up button so this can push out to reach another person that needs to hear this. If you like the videos, make sure you like and sub. But you know, I'm gonna still come back with more bangers, some more pranks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You can still have fun and still, you know, you can still have fun and still be focused. That's what I want to say. You can still have fun and still be focused. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.